All right, folks, we are at it again. It is Darkness with a Ginger Hue. I am one of your hosts. My name is Sir Toks, aka The Beast, and I'm here with the man, Slang Hugh. How you doing, brother?
Greetings and salutations, people. We back again like a rebooted series from the 80s.
Yes, yes,
Fresh,
yeah.
but still classic.
Mm,
You know what it
mm,
is.
mm.
How's it going with you?
Great, man, great. The only thing that I'm having issues with is this wishy-washy weather right now.
Oh, what's going
Remember,
on?
remember, I say consistency is key. Well,
The
here
weather.
in Winnipeg, it is warm one day, snow in the next. So you'll have +2 one day, -12 the next with snow. And then so roads are crazy right now. I mean, you're either on a beautiful, dry atmosphere, and then the next day you're on an ice rink. Scary stuff. I avoid driving as much as I can at this time, this transition weather, because it's going to spring, but it's not wanting to let go of winter. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
It
what
was
about
this,
you over there?
it was it in like a lion, out like a lamb, or something like that, or
That's
is
what
it
they
the
call.
other way?
That's what they say.
I don't
In
know.
like a lion, out like a lamb. Lies.
Sometimes I think the lamb comes first. But anyway, yeah, it's about the same over here. I mean, it was good. We're plus 0 the whole time, like for the last maybe week and a half or something like that. And today, 14 centimeters of snow is hitting us right now.
14.
Apparently, between today and tomorrow, we're getting
Mm.
slapped by
My
Jack Frost.
my
Damn you, Jack
condolences.
Frost! Damn you to hell! Literally, so we
Wow.
can warm this place up. But yeah,
Wow.
it's
Wow, wow, wow.
they got those good old weather machines out. That's what's going on. I feel like they were like, you know what?
Seriously?
We didn't collect enough insurance money this year. We gotta let this prolong a little bit. Snow, ice,
Oh, I
crash.
mean, it it's not far-fetched. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not far-fetched for that to happen. So,
If nothing is
I
impossible, everything is possible, brother.
mm, that is so true, right? If it
Mhm.
ain't working, and you know that, I mean, it goes for a lot of things in the world with terms of illness, insurance, like cars and whatnot, car manufacturers, there's so many things that can be doctored just
Mhm.
by saying something or having something in the background. Remember the whole Area 51? I think there was a petition to raid the place. Man,
Mhm.
mind you, this is a government facility
Yeah.
which doesn't exist anymore. All of a sudden, they blew it up. They just broke it all down. That's what they said. We don't need it no more. We'll just blow it up. Might as well blow up the Pentagon. You don't need that anymore. Have you seen that building? That building is like a fortress. It's like almost like one of those mazes that you see in the newspaper. You try to find get to the middle of the thing. That place is crazy, but they need it, and they ain't blowing up anytime soon. But anyways,
It sounds
I
like
digress.
a good old nursery rhyme. London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is still up, ain't it?
It's so true. Who actually, man, you know what? That's
I think
another
that
thing we got to
actually
teach that
does come from a historical something. I think, but I don't. I'm not
in terms
100%.
of London bridges.
Yeah,
Again,
I
there's
think it
always
actually
truth
did
to
fall or
something.
something or nearly.
Honestly, I think so. I think so. There's got to be. I mean, look at those nursery rhymes from back in the day. Hansel and Gretel. I heard that was a real thing.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Was it the Brothers Grimm? They made all these nursery rhymes, and I think there
Right.
was from true experiences that people just made it out lighthearted. I mean, there is no Humpty Dumpty and all that, and others type of thing, but stories like
Mhm.
Hansel and Gretel, maybe
Never know. Based on
uh,
some type of reality.
maybe Snow White. I don't know. Who knows? But there could be some truth to some of these stories. I know there's.
Oh, here you have it. London Bridge is describes the reoccurring collapse and repair of London Bridge.
There you go. See, you learn something new. London Bridge did fall down multiple times.
I don't know about the My Fair Lady, but the bridge fell.
There you go. See, there's always
Yeah,
some
man.
type of truth.
Yeah.
Always some type of truth. Don't just, I mean, you would be really called a genius if you can make something like that up and all of a sudden it lasts till the end of time,
Right.
right?
Right.
So,
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like happens
so I
to say
mean,
something.
who really? Unless you're seeing like the sky is falling. Someone must have saw a comet. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
To see the sky, right? There has to be
Right.
someone that has to. I
Comes from
mean,
truth. Yeah. It's
I
just
mean,
creative minds at the same
don't
time.
get me wrong. People are creative, and you've seen that in stories and movies and shows and music videos and so forth. But I mean, there's got to be some truth to something that they've
Right.
seen,
Right.
right? So you know,
Reality and everything.
exactly, exactly. So we are start off as we usually do. You know what slang have you done to better yourself today? Minus shoveling snow.
Today was a self reflection. It started from probably last night. Self reflection. You all know I like to talk to myself sometimes and give a little talk, not even necessarily a pep talk, not even necessarily a motivational talk, even though that's
Mm,
usually the case.
mm,
But today was a just reflection on who I am, who I want to be, where I'm going, where I'm at, how do I get there? You know,
yeah,
those overall life assessment talks that I don't know if everybody else has them with themselves, but I definitely do. So yeah, I had one from tonight, from last night, which made me not sleep so well. Hence
mm.
the sunglasses and Advil. But into today, but yeah, I feel better. I feel better. I'm not all the way. Don't have all the answers, admittedly, but the questions are being posed, and therefore the answers will follow. But what about you?
Me, I had a pretty cool, I guess, co-working session. What I've done really with any type of downtime I had, I try to either stream it on a platform that like Twitch or whatever, and kind of they pay you to kind of be on there, so might as well make some money on there.
Mhm,
Recently, I've kind of expanded my joy of streaming to person that was on the show, Jennifer, and we started doing some co-working together because she does a lot of paperwork. So she
mhm.
would start going on Twitch as well, or even TikTok and start streaming, talking to people. But this day, I said, you know what? Let's just co-work together. It's just like two people in a room working. And she was showing me an app that she was using, and she was teaching me how to use it, called Focus Commit. And
Mhm,
that helps. Again, there's a whole process of how you can set up tasks, and it times your task between I guess I think it's 25 minutes with a 5-minute break and so forth, back and forth.
mhm,
So I'm learning to use that to be more productive when it comes to any type of computer work, so such as editing the shorts or editing the podcast. Your brain can work a good straight 25 minutes, take a break, reset, and keep on going. So I like that, and I'm going to start trying to see you implement that with any type of work, because I think you get more done. Because at one point when I did start using it, I went through 4 hours of work and podcast stuff without even worrying. Like I was in it. Just so I'm definitely going to start and use that a bit more often when it comes to any type of computer work. Gets the job,
smart
helps me
move.
get the job done. But yeah.
Smart move. I
Mhm.
gotta try that.
Yeah.
I gotta start doing some lives on TikTok as well.
I mean, I was on live, and I'm making some bank. I made another
Ooh,
8 cents last time, bro. 8
bruh.
cents is 8 cents more than I had before I started. So again, people, I
Hey,
got it.
man.
I cracked the code, man.
It's 92 cents from a dollar, bruh. We're on our way.
Exactly.
We're on our
I'm
way.
getting there. I'm
Yep.
getting there.
Yep.
And you know what I realized again when I was doing a lot of research, I was looking at our show on YouTube.
Mhm,
Like, okay, we're on our way. Then I was like trying to see, not per se comparing, but I was looking at other people that I watch
mhm,
and using the service vidIQ, seeing
mhm,
how much they do and what they get for it.
mhm.
So I watched a lot of ASMR stuff, as I told you before.
Yeah.
And the woman I watch on there, who's from Canada, she makes 30 to 35-minute clips, give or take. Well, videos, I should say, and give or take maybe a long one from time to time.
Mhm.
And she does it weekly. She has a very huge following. She makes $30,000 a month
From the ASMR?
from from that.
Wow.
30,000. Again, she has a great following and she does a great job. Again, I'm only saying this because I know she does great work. She's very creative, and she has the perfect niche for people like myself who need some type of brain triggers to help you sleep.
Mhm,
And I was
mhm.
trying to compare with some others, and yeah, she blows them out the water. She is very, very, very good at what she does, and she gets paid very well. So again, um, for those folks who are struggling for work or thinking that they can do more with the creative ideas in it, just start going online, folks. Do
That's the
something.
one the YouTube is like what I'm trying to figure that bad boy out, man. Even with the shorts that I've been doing,
Mhm.
it's so the views are so up and down sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's and
But
I'm sort of is there a and this is somewhat of a rhetorical question, but
mhm.
is there a formula that I'm missing? Like, am I catching it on some videos and not catching it on others, or is it literally just what it is? It's literally up and down all the time.
It's two things. It's how you present it
Mm,
and timing. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
When you again, because you might have something that's doing well at 10 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
then if you sent out another one 12 o'clock, it might
Mhm.
be different,
Valid.
right? And then also, how you present it is like they always say SEO, SEO. So the title has to grasp people
Mm.
to say, "Hey, what's this?" Not just, "Hey, it's me again." And the next one, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah.
Back from what? Right? When you say, like when I be doing my when I do the shorts there, I'd be trying to get a grasping, you know, uh, uh, title.
Right.
Man beats up dog. Oh, what? So the people who hate, you know, people who abuse pets, they're gonna click in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they hear or see it, not per se clickbait, but it draws you in. Then you get the
Mhm.
full story, right? Like you were saying about the hooks, right? You get that,
Yeah.
and then you give them the full story. So that shocking revelation or that shocking situation is what you start off with. Then you say, "Hey, this is what it is," right? So again, it's all about how you present and when you present it. That's what I see. So I've been
Yeah.
trying to use AI
That
like.
that part makes sense to me. What where I get lost at is like because like I'm doing the music shorts,
Mhm,
so my titles are so various. Like it's literally the name of the instrumental that I'm putting up.
mhm, mhm,
So it's and none of them are salacious or what I would consider clickbait anyway. None of them are murder beat or not. I mean, maybe I should start doing that, but none of them are that. So that's where I'm like, so how come this one has 400 views and then this one has 19?
mm. Yeah,
So
I didn't know. I saw that with some of our shows. I'm like, one has 800 and some odd views, the other one has 16. I'm like, the
yeah,
one that has 16 is a more better it's a better show.
yeah, that's the other part about it.
I'm like,
That's the other part of it. But again, that's why like we have those conversations, and I'm very much like you can't depend on the audience to dictate what you do, even though you
right.
take it into account. But if you only use your audience as what you're going to make, you're going to go crazy because one
Yeah.
day they'll be interested in this, and then the next day they're
Mhm,
interested in that,
mhm, mhm,
and sometimes they won't even see what you think is good, and sometimes they'll love what you think is terrible. So
mhm,
it's
mhm,
so
mhm.
amazing. But hey,
I mean,
that's the game,
for you to be successful, you kind of have to go by waves of how things are perceived. That's it.
right?
You
Right.
just have to wait. Oh, you guys like this? Okay, I'll give you a whole bunch of this until that vibe dies. Then you're like, oh, so what's next? Okay, this. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is what
All
I
right.
really because I'm
You just
already my mindset's already going there with my shorts. Like, what am I gonna do next? What's the next
exactly. It's
thing?
like, what's the next one is going to keep them interested, right? And you just
Yeah,
connect the dots, and you connect the dots, connect the dots. And
right,
this is what we do in our podcasts. We try to figure out what's trending or what's something to talk about. Because yes, we could talk about anything.
right.
Honestly, I mean, conversation is conversation. It's always going to be there. But now, what is going to help people listen into what we're saying? And that's why we talk about things like mental health. 'Cause that's a big deal right now.
Mhm,
Talking about marriages and relationships, a big thing right now. Talking
mhm,
about employment or business, the big thing that people are dealing with right now.
mhm.
Right now, again, we're not really the political type, but again, politics is a hot topic right now. We can talk about that,
Talk about it.
talk about anything that is alive and buzzing. that's how you get people in, right? So
What I
when
also think is important is that we also talk about it, whatever, in our way, from our own perspective, what
ri
makes it interesting for us as a topic,
right, right.
as
We're
well
not
as talking about topics that may is just interesting to us. And it may not
mhm,
be trendy, but we
mhm,
mix it. We mix it because
and
because this is for me, and I dare to say for you, it
mm,
is cathartic, but it's also we don't want to view it as a job per
no,
se. So there has to be a fun element in it for us
correct,
as well.
correct.
So there that part of it makes it like, yeah, we're gonna talk about stuff that we like to talk about. We're not gonna talk about it just because it's trendy. We're
Right.
talking about it because it's trendy, but not just
Mhm,
because
mhm.
it's trendy. It's
Yeah,
it's both.
as I've said, this show that we do is not only something that we like to do, but it's also therapeutic for myself.
Right.
So it helps get opinions, issues out on the table that I would never really have a chance to talk to because some people don't want to listen, right? Some people don't have the time to listen. But here, it's not that I'm forced to, but I'm like I feel more comfortable to say, hey, let's be open.
Mhm.
Let's let it all out. So
Mm.
and even at the same time, I get to hear other people's views on things, and I have that aha moment. So I'm like, I never thought about it this way. Hmm.
True.
So then I take it to my life and like, okay, I'm going to
True.
deal with it this way, right?
True.
And you'll get better. Again, this is a life lesson type of platform.
Mhm.
As much as we're trying to entertain, we're also trying to educate
Right.
and get people out there, knowing that people like us, you can think, oh, there's two black men there. Oh, there's two older black men. Oh,
Mhm.
there's two Canadians. Like you can take it any way you want. Just know that two folks here are speaking on topics that you might talk about and want to know about.
Right.
Right. So here
Right.
we are. That's what we're doing. And again, not all the topics will hit you,
Right.
you know, some might rub you the wrong way. I've
Yep.
seen a lot of shows that kind of poke the whole conspiracy or the conservative or even the liberal, like any side, left, right, whatever. Some
Mhm.
people are very heavy on one side, heavy on the other, and they do that on purpose. Eh, that's their own. Fine.
Yep. Yep.
We doing things our way, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, all right. Just know we're doing it. That's all.
Facts.
All right. So we gonna tap into some current topics right now
Mhm.
on a sports tip type of thing. And we're gonna
Sports, drugs, and entertainment.
that's what it is. That's what it is. So recently, Miami Heat center Bam. I don't believe that's his real first name, but Bam Adebayo.
I don't think it's his full name. I think it's like a
That's what I'm saying. That's,
yeah,
I
shortened.
don't like when like I mean people call me Tunde because again, usually in my culture that's how you call it. Bam. I don't think it was a choice per se by the family.
Americanized.
Exactly, and that's one thing that kind of bothers me sometimes,
Mhm.
because really and truly, if you look up his name, his full name,
It's just doing that too.
yeah, his full name, I mean,
Like,
Edris Femi Bam Adebayo. So he is a Nigerian.
so the BAM is not even like a shortened version of
Yeah,
his
it's
name?
not. It's not.
Oh, brother.
That's what bothers me sometimes, man.
I get it though. I get it.
I don't. I
What's
don't.
wrong with Edris?
Nothing. Even Femi.
Even Femi.
What Femi is a very, very popular
And it's easy to
cultural
pronounce.
name. Yeah, bro, there's a wrestler named Obafemi. Now,
Is
Oba's
there?
not his first name. His first name is Femi.
Hmm.
I mean, Oba means king. So
Oh,
we
I
call
think
him,
is he kind of new?
yeah. Everybody's doing
ACW
his
fan?
walk, man. He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
his
yeah,
walk,
yeah, yeah. He kind of,
bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
I,
about. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he's there
Oh,
and he's using his culture as a catapult, right? And like I said, you can manipulate it away, but just don't Americanize it. Like, don't do that because it
mm,
just cheapens the culture. Again, Bam is a great
this,
player.
uh, this
He's a
is
great player.
this is
But I mean,
echoing a conversation I had last night about working inside the system and feeling like you're selling yourself out, or you have to curve who you are in order to be successful, or it's the I I do get why people do it, and I do get why people feel the need to do it. So I do kind of get the name change per se, or Tiger Woods, or using a nickname that is easier to quote unquote phonetically pronounce for the Anglo-Saxon audience.
True,
'Cause
but but that's I understand that. But
yeah,
if because I watched a lot of wrestling in my day,
mhm,
and you are a character when you create this name. Like
right,
like Hulk Hogan was not his real name.
right,
It was Terry.
right,
But he transformed himself into that. So he's bigger than life. So yeah, he took on that persona as a full-time thing. I get that. But at the end
mhm,
of the day, in his house, his name is Terry,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
Tiger, Tiger's not his first name, but I mean, the nickname just when he was young
mhm,
brought him to where he was.
mhm.
So I'm again, I'm trying to figure out where does Bam come from and why. Like they called him Bam Bam is his nickname. His mother called
So I
him
was gonna
Bam Bam.
say, innocently, it could really just be his nickname, and then that's what he wanted to be called. I'm speaking as my name on this show is Slang. That's not my real name, but that's what people
True.
most people call me that name, except family and some friends who have known me before that name
Yeah,
type
yeah,
thing.
fair
But
enough.
most people, so I for me, it's not a this is where the difference comes for me. For me, it's not a thing where it's like I'm using a name that is easier. In fact, I think it's harder for people usually when I'm on the phone with people, or when I'm not in front of them saying the name. It's usually
Mhm,
hard for them to pick up. So it's not easier, but what it is for me is it is a separation in personality. So similar to the wrestler,
mhm,
similar to Hulk Hogan and Terry,
mhm,
Omar is my real life off of social media, who I really am, and who I
mhm,
am when I'm around people. Like, you know me as Omar,
mhm, mhm.
as well as you know me as Slang. Most
Yeah, I
people
know both. Yeah,
know me as Slang,
yeah.
and the Slang is a performer. Slang is a stage. It's literally a stage name that has followed me for probably over 20 years now,
Yeah,
which
decades
I'm
now, yeah.
yeah, which I'm okay with. Where I'm agreeing with you is I don't quite get the idea of I'm a basketball player. So why do I need a stage name? It's not like, I guess in a sense you could say they're performers, but sports, I don't know if you need a stage quote unquote name. You could get a nickname that people call you anyway. It's like Dame Dollar, for example,
Mhm,
or
mhm, mhm,
Air Jordan,
mhm,
or
mhm,
what else is there? Slim Reaper, or the King, LeBron James, like Chef Curry. I get that, but we still know his name is Steph. We
mhm,
still know his name is LeBron. We still know his
mhm,
name is Michael Jordan.
mhm, mhm.
I think this is sometimes a corporate move where they're like, you know what, Femi, let's go with Bam, because Bam will roll off the tongue
Yeah.
easier. We could be totally wrong, but that's how it feels. And
I'm
I don't know if I'm rocking with.
no, I'm feeling what you're feeling, right? Yep. And because again, if you go with me again, I've thrown out a whole bunch of nicknames and whatnot, but again, most people, recently call me Tokes.
Mhm.
Tokes is just a part of my last name, right? But that's a common thing that has been said throughout my culture, so it makes sense to
Okay.
use that. It's not a just a whatever, right? It's just not a nickname someone brought up. No, this is something that has been passed down from generation to generations anywhere. Anybody, and again, my last name could be someone's first name. That's how interchangeable the name is. So I had a cousin whose name was Tokes. Her
Mm.
actual first name was Tokes,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So yeah, so it happens, right? So that's why I'm like, if you had a nickname, let it fit. I mean, yes, her mother is African American, so she's American, and and his father was the African in like he was the Nigerian. So, and
Okay.
I believe he was not around, so I believe the mother, took the role as
These
the head of the
damn
household. I believe.
Nigerians. I'm played. I'm played.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, or
so
it could
because
be. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, again he was upset of the treatment of how his father treated the family, so that's why he resents the Nigerian culture, and it sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
It
That is.
sucks.
Okay.
I
Now it even
I
makes
mean,
more sense.
you can't resent the whole culture because of one man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that does suck.
so again,
But it's unfortunately understandable as you trauma, right? I get it.
yeah, yeah,
Sucks.
but I mean, I don't know. It's
It's
just
misplaced trauma, but it's
yeah,
still
man. It's
trauma.
off. It's off kilter, man. You can't do that to yourself. You can't
Yeah.
do that. As much as you're just killing your heritage.
Yeah.
Who knows that if your mother Marilyn Blunt or Blount, whatever you want to call it, wasn't an ancestor from Nigeria or Ghana or the
Mhm.
Ivory Coast, whatever. You don't know because again, for some reason, Americans don't really follow up on heritage sometimes, and they just think that they just uprooted in the USA.
Mhm.
That's not the case. But anyways, I digress.
Yeah.
Um, we are talking about Bam, and he dropped 83 points
Yeah.
recently, which is the second most points in an NBA game. Now, kudos and congratulations to him. Here's my thing. I honestly think the game is getting worse and worse for people to be dropping that amount of points in one game. What's your take on that?
So I guess like the question is Bam's 83 a legitimate thing? And does it destroy the game?
I mean,
I mean I get it. I forget who it was that I heard say this, but because he's not viewed as a scorer in the NBA, he's not viewed as a high volume scorer. He's not a KD. He's not a Steph Curry. He's not
yeah,
Booker. He's not. So many of these guys. He's not even Anthony. Not Anthony. What the hell? Am I slipping his name right now? Oh my gosh.
team.
Timberwolves, Anthony. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Holy cow.
Yes.
Jeez, I said I'm tired. But anyway, yeah, he's not these guys who score 50 or 40s and
Right.
regularly,
Right.
30s or even 30s regularly.
Right.
Right? He's more of a well-rounded player.
Right.
That is a testament to where the game is at now, where it's everybody's scoring, everybody's shooting threes. Even him as a big man who doesn't normally shoot threes, what he shot like 20 threes that night or 30 or something like that, which
Okay.
is crazy. So I do see that. I get that point of view. But I also see 83 is 83. I don't know if it matters how he got it. He got it. And there's only
Mm.
3 guys in history. One of them we don't have no footage. We're just taking their word for it. Will, Kobe, and him that has even graced 80s. So regardless how he got it, bro, that's a crazy feat.
Okay. Yes and no. I
Mm,
say yes because you're right. Scoring 83 points is an amazing feat. However, basketball is a team sport.
okay.
Why is he the only one dropping these type of numbers and there's no one else to support? I get it.
You mean in the
You
game?
go and yeah. This guy went, all right, he played for 42 minutes.
Mhm,
He went 20 for 43. He took
mhm,
43 shots.
mhm.
Out of those 43 shots, 22 of them were three-point attempts. He
Mhm.
had 7 of them.
Mhm.
The kicker here is that he went 36 for 43 on the free throw line.
43 free throws. I was even off. I said 20 to 30. Oh, no, I
Yeah,
was talking about threes. I was talking about
yeah,
threes.
yeah. He went 22 on threes. He had 43 attempts at the free throw line.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the other team? What was the team doing?
They were being Washington Wizards, aka Washington Generals. They
Because
were
I'm
doing
like,
what they do. Nothing, sir. That's what they were doing. Nothing.
I'm just trying to see where. I'm not trying to take away from the feat, but I'm like, come on. That's like you playing high school kids and you drop 100 points. And because you're the one that did it, you're a big time guy now. Like, remember who
Yeah,
the
okay,
competition
but even
was.
if I score 100 points in high school, that's what I'm trying to say. That's a feat.
Okay, so let's compare it to the next best man, the
Okay.
very prolific scorer in
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant. Kobe
Yeah.
went for 42 minutes.
Mhm.
He went 28 for 46,
Yeah.
18 for 20 on the
Yeah.
free throw line, and he went 7 for 13 in threes,
Yeah.
81 points.
Yeah.
He's on a good team. He was on
Nah,
the
they were
Lakers.
okay at that time. They're
Oh, no,
okay.
so when I say good team, is the Lakers are. I mean, if he was on
Champions.
Minnesota, I'm like, oh, right, that's a big thing.
Okay,
But
yeah.
he's on the
Yeah.
Lakers where they should have scorers.
Yeah.
He did do it against our wonderful Toronto
Yeah.
Raptors,
Let's leave it alone. Yeah. Okay. Skip that part. That's not important right
and again, it was still a close game.
now. Hmm.
The final score was 123 to 104.
Hmm.
So again, I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, okay, he went off.
Yeah.
He went off, and like you can expect him to go off
Yeah.
because he's a person who has that
Mm,
gene to
Mamba
take over a
mentality.
game and just
Yeah.
go right.
Yeah.
He is generational talent at its best.
Hmm.
So I can see that coming out from him.
Hmm.
And before that, Michael and Larry Bird and all these who take over the game and they just
Hmm.
feel it.
Hmm.
Bam, I don't see him having that. I
I
don't see
I
him.
don't disagree with that. Here,
So yeah.
here's the thing. Two things. Because I don't all the way disagree, right? And I if you watch the game, that fourth quarter was very sketchy. There was a lot of fouling, a lot of extending the time by the Miami Heat so that he could get the record. But I also understand that. I also understand if I'm close to a record in any sport,
Mhm.
especially in a team sport, and my team can help me get it, isn't that a teammate thing to do? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Like help or push our teammate to that goal if we're close to it. If I have 70 points in the third quarter, right? And we're going into the fourth, my team is gonna feed me the ball.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I'm gonna shoot the light, well, not necessarily in his case, shoot the lights out, but I'm shooting everything, especially if
Mhm.
I'm up by 20 or whatever they were up by. So there's that. There's also the part of if we're comparing it to Kobe's game, yes, Kobe's was a more spectacular, more a quintessential way to do it, like the way that we would want to see a quote unquote true basketball player get to that feat, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but Kobe also was going for the record, as Kobe we expect Kobe to do.
Was he though?
Yeah, okay. Not
No.
that
Was
he
come
okay.
on.
Yes, he
He's
was. Not that it wasn't
remember.
needed, but he definitely was. I guarantee you, somebody says to Kobe, "Yo, you're like 5, 10, whatever point in the game, 15 points away from beating." I think it's Oscar Robinson who had the record at that time, 79 or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
And Kobe's a super hyper competitive guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not only winning the game is pushing him, but I'm sure beating that record is pushing him. Now, if somebody could say or prove that he didn't know the record existed, I'm stand corrected. But I doubt that. There's way too many statisticians on that sideline. Also, lastly, my point, it's like the thing that people say about Michael Jordan versus LeBron, which I don't want to go down this route, but let me follow me.
Hmm.
People say Michael was a true basketball player because he defended at a high level, he scored at a high level, his athleticism was at a high level, dunk shot, blah, dot, dot, juka, 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 juka. Probably the only thing that Michael didn't really do at a high level is assisting, right? And even that was at a
It's
level
fairly
higher,
high. Yeah.
right? That's usually the argument for Michael to be the greatest player of all time, which I agree with people. I agree with it. Don't kill me.
Mm, mm,
Don't
mm.
follow me. So then they go to LeBron and say, "Yeah, but LeBron, look at LeBron. He's not the I guess the prototype ball player. He could play
What?
in almost any sport." A lot of people say that. Like he would be great. He's a prototype athlete, but not
Okay.
a
Okay.
prototype basketball player per se. Because he could play, you could see him playing football and being good at that. You could see him playing, I don't know, any other sport, rugby, hockey, because he's an athlete. He could probably play almost any sport and pick it up and play it almost at a high level. Maybe not at the
Okay.
level that he's playing
Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's not a great shooter. He's not a great defender anymore. I think he was at the beginning of his career. He's not great in the numerous categories, as
Yeah.
at least not as great as Michael Jordan was.
Right.
I say that to compare it to the Kobe and the Bam thing,
Hmm.
but LeBron is still considered top three, two, and sometimes one of all time, not being the prototype basketball player. Bam is not the prototype scorer as Kobe was, as Mike was, as Larry Bird was, as you said, but he
Mm.
still got 83 points. Does that, to me, that might mean his 83 was harder to get because he doesn't have the skills and therefore deserves more props because he doesn't have the actual skills that we don't perceive him to have the skills to do what
Okay.
he's doing.
I
So
see
it's
where you're
almost like,
going.
yeah, it's almost like me getting in the NBA right now, damn near 50, bad knees, could probably run up the court halfway at full speed before I collapse. No, I'm joking. I'm a little bit better shape than that. But anyway, can't touch the rim. Maybe I can still. But anyway, the point is, if I go in there and have a 20-point night with these professionals, not even 20. I'm going too high. If I have 5 points in an NBA game, isn't it count for more than KD's 20 or 15 or 25, being that he's a great literally a great basketball player, and I'm just a guy off the street. I'm
I
just
see where
just
you're
food,
going. I see
just
where you're
food for
going.
food for thought.
But again, I believe that the rules of the game have allowed these things to happen.
Yeah, I can agree.
Also, the quality of their teams that they're playing against are also
Oh, that's a fact.
dictating, right? So again, I don't know again, and you could even go back to all the way back to Wilt's day. I mean, he was the only standout. If not him and Bill Russell, no one else was playing that type of game.
He had Bob Cousy, Oscar Robinson.
No,
There was
what
some.
what I'm saying is like in terms of him, that stature, that man, he was
I
supposed to
agree.
score that type of line. I pulled up his score, his stat lines based on what they show, and he
Mhm,
went 36 for 63 field goal attempts. All right.
mhm,
He went 28 for 32 on the line,
mhm,
and he's dropped 100 points. He didn't have, well, there was no 3-point line at the time. So again, but at the same time, the rest of his team
mhm,
didn't shoot the ball.
mhm.
The only guy that really did a difference was Guy Rogers, who gave him 20 assists. So again, the quality of team and the quality of both your team and their team is a factor. So a man like Kobe, oh no, I'm going to even go back. When Jordan hit 63 in the playoffs,
Mhm.
he had a great team. He was playing a great team. So when I see a 63 at that level, I'm giving that more respect than the
No,
81,
I
the
could kind of agree with that.
83,
I see where
and
you're
the
coming from.
100.
But
Yeah.
that somewhat aligns with what I'm saying, just in a different
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. No, I
Uh,
get, yeah. But
some
again,
some championships mean more than others. That
true,
type of thing. Like
true.
the Raptors championship is bigger to me than the KD Golden State championships.
Hell, it's bigger than me than the bubble championship that they had, whoever had
I
that one.
I don't know. I don't know. I
The
don't know.
bubble was weak.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's see,
That's your boy.
that's where
That's why.
there's two sides of that.
That's
I
your boys. E. That's your
No, it's not
boys.
only
That's all
that.
right.
It's not
It's
only
all
that.
right. We get
Yeah,
it.
it's not
You're
only
a
that.
LeBron
I
fan.
agree. I'm biased. I'm biased.
Yeah.
Everybody is. But there's also the point of if if we all have the flu and we
Mm.
go play baseball and I win, am I still not the best out of all of us?
That,
Are
no,
we?
you're no, you're missing the point though. See,
What's the point?
environments are a factor in
Yeah, but I
every
just
sport.
that's a part of the
No,
environment. We're all sick.
no, that's the thing though. If you take away that neutralization and you're getting
Uh-huh.
a hostile crowd,
Okay.
you might not win, might not hit that free throw.
Okay, I don't want to go down this road too long, but arguably that's what makes it harder. You
I
also don't have the crowd that's cheering for you either.
don't put that, whether it's cheering for you or not, neutral. That's like you just going to the back of your house and shooting hoops. No one's bothering you. No one's. That's it. Okay, yeah, you're supposed to play that well.
No, so then why didn't everybody else play that well?
Well,
That's my point.
everybody has different levels,
But that's my point. So
right?
how are we
I'm question
persecuting the guys
again.
that step their level up
No,
in unfamiliar territory?
I
How are
honestly
we
think I will give you more credit if you can win a championship in hostile territory.
I this is arguably hostile territory.
Yes.
But even if I don't argue that, it is the most even territory
W-
championship of
Was it
all
from the
time.
start though? It wasn't from the start though.
What do you mean? Why is that? I don't understand.
What I'm saying is the whole bubble championship wasn't from the start of the season. It got cut short. It was always empty. It was already open, and then they had to move it to the bubble. It wasn't from the start of the season.
No, but the playoffs were all in there.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying. But everybody's going to play different because of the whole, like, this is new to them.
Yeah, but that's
Empty
what I'm
stadium
saying.
when
And
they're
when
feeding
you
off the
I'm
energy
not
of the crowd.
disagreeing, but when you say everybody,
Mm-hmm.
if everybody is under the same situation, again, if we all don't get any sleep the night before, we're all sleep deprived, and we have
Mm-hmm.
to take an exam tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
morning, and we all go in there with the same amount of lack of sleep, but I get an A. You're blaming me because you guys couldn't sleep? I
But
didn't sleep
again,
either.
it's different. It's different because basketball, yes, the environment. Remember, we've got different heights, sizes, and skill level. Factor those in. So again, you're going to tell me a point guard,
The
six
cream
one,
rises to the top. That's what you're
but
saying, right?
sometimes the cream doesn't have to rise to the top because the cream is already at the top because they're 7-1 and they don't have to work. They don't have to work too hard to get to the top.
I'm already the smartest kid in the class. We just hop into all be tired. But anyway, let's not keep going. Let's not keep going. Let's leave it at that.
Just all
I
right,
agree to disagree because we're
all
way
right,
off
all right.
topic.
I mean, I still think
Championship,
honestly,
a ring is a ring, but I do agree that every ring does have a different weight. We just happen to disagree on the weight of this ring.
fair enough, fair enough. But again, going back, like I said, the caliber of skill level. Sorry, let me go back a bit more. The caliber of the rules have changed to make things a bit easier for players to get to the basket. And I do believe because the league wants entertainment, they want stars to shine and things like scoring, high scoring games.
That's
They're
fair.
not they're not all about defense anymore. That's why they've kind of tailored the rules the way they are. I
That's
mean, you drop Bam and others into the era of the bad boys, Pistons, and so forth, Boston, Bulls,
mhm,
even the Atlanta Hawks.
mhm.
It's a different type of vibe.
Yeah, that's
So and this is
that,
why I question when these guys are scoring, uh, 70 points, 80 points, whatever. Like, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, again, it's not entertaining. 81 points. It's not entertaining. Oh, actually, Kobe's was entertaining because of who he was
Mhm.
and what was happening after that. He was done after that.
No,
He was
no,
done.
that wasn't when it was done.
No,
I
what?
was no, no, that wasn't his last game. His last game
No,
was what do you mean?
no.
That
He was like I'm saying he was like his career was ending. I'm saying that's why it was. It seemed
no,
so.
no. What
That
year
was
was that?
yeah. That was his last. That was his last home game at Staples Center.
No, no, you're thinking the wrong game. His last game, he
80.
scored 60 something. 81 was
Oh, yeah,
2006.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. Okay, my apologies. I made a
that
mistake.
would make it way more important
Yeah.
if he
Okay.
made
You're
the
right.
last
You're
game.
right. Totally forgot.
There would be
I'm
no
making.
argument.
I'm getting those facts mixed up. But
Yeah.
again, um, I think again the game itself has changed so much that it has doctored some of these scores.
There's
Like
validity.
back in the day, teams were not hitting 100 points on a regular basis. You would get a 99-point game. You would get an
Yeah.
87 to 60 game. There was defense. There was actual competition, right? Now it's pretty much like the Olympics where you have a very low team versus a very high skill team, and you're getting 123 points to 100 or 170 to like it's ridiculous now, and that's what they
It's
want. They want the high scoring games. They want the eyes on the prize, and that's I don't know. It cheapens these records. I think for me, it cheapens these
mm,
records because it's not
yeah,
the same
I get
anymore.
that. What I am curious about is whether or not the current generation feels that way. Because I do think that there is a romanticizing on our behalf by watching games like Kobe and Mike and these
Hmm.
guys, and it was so much it was rarer. Is that the word? It was rare.
Rarer, yeah, it was rare.
It was rare to see that in those days. So this it being this it being special, it being a
Yes,
special situation, um, or being much more of a special situation is valid. I could see that. I don't know if these kids have the same feeling or they're just as in awe of the 83 as we
I don't.
were of the 81. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think I'm in more, like I said, I'm in more awe of Jordan's 63 in the playoffs than any of the 81s or 83.
Okay.
That's me.
No.
I'm in awe of Larry Bird in a 3-point contest, not taking off his warm-up jacket and winning the contest.
Yeah,
That makes me in awe, right?
I can see
That
that.
shows that, hey man, this guy is something else. And he
Yes.
shows it by doing what he did, right? I'm
Mhm,
impressed by the flu game that Jordan had
mhm.
and was dying on the court, right? And he went and he pretty much won the game,
You're
right?
not impressed by man being locked in a bubble and having to overcome isolation in order to win a ring. Yet I digress. I
Nah,
digress.
see,
Anyway, next
again.
topic. Next topic. You got it. You got it. You got it. Next topic. You got it.
All right.
Because
We'll be going on that
man can have
forever, man.
flu as long as he's not in a bubble. He can have flu, and it's impressive. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, okay. Next topic is sticking with sports. We have recent information that Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott splits from his then, I guess, fiance,
Mhm,
and I do believe they have children
mhm. Two.
because of a prenup agreement.
Mhm. That's the report.
I don't even know what to make of that. I mean, I,
What is
I understand,
up your
but I'm
opinion, sir?
confused. I understand, but I'm confused
How so?
because because you're an athlete.
Mhm.
I don't know how long you've had these contracts, but okay. I believe he was the one that asked for the prenup. I believe is that correct?
That's what they're reporting, yes.
Yes. So he asked for a prenup. I'm
'Cause
like,
he just got a new contract recently, right?
right. So you're protecting your assets. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Wouldn't that prenup? I'm sorry. On the woman's side of things, wouldn't that prenup kind of show that hey, you know what? You came in with whatever you came in. You leave with whatever you leave with, right?
Mhm.
So I don't see what the problem is. I don't know why you would split. Why she would not sign again. Not saying I'm for it or against it. I'm just trying to figure out why the total split up is
Mm,
happening for this bit. You have two children. You've been together for what, 10 plus years?
mhm.
And this is going to break you up?
Yeah,
And that
it's
I'm
kinda weird.
confused. I'm confused. Again, she comes from money too.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, she comes from money. So again, I would think she would have more understanding about
Mm.
the situation.
Well, I mean, that might be why she wouldn't wanna sign with none, because I'm bringing my money, you're bringing your money. Why are we worried about where the money goes if we break up? So, to your point, it probably has to be more than just a prenup, but let's say
Yeah.
the reports are true, um, and it is a prenup.
Mhm.
That even if the reports are true, again, it's
Mhm.
probably more than just that, because that's like that's probably like the tip, or the
True.
straw that broke the camel's back type thing. There must be
True.
something else going on, because
True.
it was fairly last minute they broke off. They went on a honeymoon, or sorry, bachelorette
Yeah.
destination
Combined.
party, and that's where it all came to a head. But let's speak like people without their level of money.
Mhm.
um I, for the most part, agree with prenups if one person is bringing in a lion's share of the money,
True.
or the
Okay.
finances. Like if they're paying a lot of the bills, if we're more dependent on their money, and it's a drastic level difference,
Right.
like my woman's making double more than me, for example, I'm signing a prenup. I don't really, 'cause, eh, to me, and then maybe it's different man woman viewpoint, right? Because we already discussed how we don't really care what the woman makes or does, right?
Mm.
For me, it's simply that you already had what you had before I got there. If this is the case, right? It's situational. If you get the money before I came in, then I don't feel I have a right to it. Now, because prenups are like any other contract, there could be stipulations. I
Okay.
also believe the money that you make while we're together, and I would even speak on the vice versa. If I was the man with the money and I'm marrying a woman who doesn't have as much as me, the money I made before you. So let's say you came in and I got 10 million in the bank,
Right.
right? And then I make another 10 million while we're together.
Right.
I think you should get at least 5 of the second 10, of the 10 that we made together. The 10 I made before you, I don't think you
Not
should get none of that. I'm sorry. I don't think it should be split. Don't think my 20 should be split. I think the 10 we made together, because regardless of if you're working with me, or you're making money and adding to the 10, or somehow you helped me get the 10
mm.
by actually being involved with the deals or whatever, right?
Right. Right.
You were there to help, I would hope. You were there to help me make my life situation such that I was able to make that 10. So the whole you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. On one hand, I get it. You weren't with me to get to the point of this 10 million.
Right.
Like you didn't study the tests, or you didn't take the practice shots, or you didn't, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't whatever I have, you didn't help me through the meniscus tear or whatever. You weren't
Mhm.
there then.
Mhm.
But after, when you get there and I got 10 and I make another 10, you're the one taking care of the kids. You're keeping home
Mhm.
nice. You're
Mhm.
probably making me some good meals to keep me healthy, or you helped us hire the maid or the decor or whatever you're doing.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
think I believe we built that together, that part. But there
Okay.
is a separation for me. So I do believe in prenups. But I do believe it should be a certain type of prenup.
Right. And I'm going to agree with you there. However, it questions now, why is a prenup needed? And it's just one word: fear. That's it. Fear,
Yeah.
fear is the only
We
reason
put
why
that
you're
to
putting
our
a
old
prenup up.
our
Yeah,
previous
it's just
recording,
it's just
if that ever
fear
comes
that
out.
is scary. Oh, it's dropping. It dropped already. No,
Oh,
it's
yeah?
dropping.
You
It's
got a
dropping
green?
in 2 hours.
You got a
We're
green
good.
light?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you did say that. You did say that
Yeah,
today.
we're
Sorry, my
good.
bad. Okay, go ahead, go
So
ahead.
so I do believe putting it out that stipulation
Mhm.
shows you are not ready to fully commit to that person on all levels, not just a love level, not just, I mean, when they do the vows, sickness and health, richer or poor, that's everything. So your money is their money. Now, again, I get what you're saying 100%. Whatever you came in with before should be yours in the end, right? And some of these prenups, some of these divorces, this man could have built an empire and he has his house, and all of a sudden they have to split the house, or she gets the house. The house that he came in the rest of the relationship with on his own, she's getting the house because she has the kids and whatnot.
Mhm.
That's shaky ground.
That's
That's
what
why
I'm saying, man.
yeah, no, that's shaky ground. I get it.
Mhm.
But again, you're making that commitment. You're going all in. All the cards are on the table. The dice is rolling sevens. You're rolling sevens every month. You're rolling sevens. That one day you roll snake eyes. I'm taking everything. I'm taking half. I'm taking half. Your
Yeah.
fear, that's all it is the fear of something to go wrong. So that means why are you getting into it then? Why are you fearing that?
You have a valid argument. That's a valid point, and normally I would agree with you. But when the money's at a high, that's what I'm saying. In a situation where she doesn't have as much or he doesn't have as much as the person that they're marrying, and there's a grand disparity there. I think she's entitled to, or he's entitled to, what was made while you're together. Because to your point, I think if I'm applying it, I trust you now. I didn't know you when I made this, but I
Mm-hmm.
trust you now to a
Mm-hmm.
point. Trust is
Mm-hmm.
always to a point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's never people say they're in love and they fully trust their partner, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, bro. You don't. None of us
Mm-hmm.
fully anything, 100% on nothing. There's at least 99%. So having said that, if I have a lot of, and I'm gonna speak from both sides. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one with the money, I'm willing to my commitment comes in that while we're together, hopefully nothing ever happens, I'm taking care of you. After we're not together, I'm still gonna help take care of you, but I don't think you should get half of everything that I
See,
got.
that rubs me the wrong way,
Okay,
man.
and the other side, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. The other side is if I'm the one with less money, I'm willing to leave with what I came in with. But to your point, I'm also of the mindset of if you loved me, there should be some compassion there. There should be something that you're willing to give me something. I just don't think that it should entitled to have, especially if it's my fault that we're breaking up.
Mm.
Especially if I'm the one that whatever I cheated
Right.
or whatever. I don't know. There's various reasons why marriages end. If
Mm-hmm.
if it could be blamed on me, the man with that came in with less, then how am I getting rewarded with half of your earnings? Or if I'm the one that's choosing to leave, even.
Mm.
Because then to me, then it's and we've seen it. It's open to a money grab. Like we've seen it that these women are, much to our last guest's
Mm.
point. These there are women and men. Let me not make it
Yeah.
exclusively
Yeah.
women
Yeah.
that are plotting on your bread, are plotting on the money. They're coming in because they know this football player, this basketball player. Dwight Howard is another example that we could touch on. Has these hundred millions of dollars. They have whatever. They might even be doing well by normal quote unquote people standards. It might be a $100,000 a year person or two hundred
Mhm,
thousand dollars,
mhm,
but that doesn't
mhm,
compare.
mhm.
Doesn't compare to what you're making. So, and you were fine before me. So how are you expecting to get half of what I worked to make? You could get half of what we worked to make. That makes sense to me.
True. Okay. Okay. Here's my thing. Um, Number one, is there a certain dollar amount that a prenup needs to be established? Do you have to make a certain amount of money to make a prenup?
I don't think it should be a certain. I don't think it has to be a certain amount, but there's just amounts where it makes sense, I guess. But again, I'm like I said, if I think
But a
if
regular Joe like myself, ready to get married, whatever, I'm like, I'm not making tons of money, but I want a prenup, right? So I want to protect my house. I want to protect all the stuff
right,
I had in before. I'm saying
yeah,
there's no real dollar amount.
yeah. Well, there is. Your house is worth something,
No, okay, sorry. I'm saying
but I
when
understand.
we talking prenups, we're hearing doctors, lawyers,
Yeah,
athletes, and so forth. I'm
yeah,
talking about the regular Joe like myself,
yeah.
making X amount of dollars, not crazy amount, you know.
Mhm.
And do you think that's logical for someone like myself to have a prenup if I really needed one?
You know, the
Mm,
irony is, to your point, we normally don't think of a normal everyday Joe, 50,000, whatever, 30,000, 40,000 a
mhm.
year person doing that. But they probably should get it more than the rich people because they
That
probably
isn't
can
it.
afford it less.
That's what I was gonna say.
So,
I was trying to say, you know what? It's one thing for an athlete
Mm,
who is making $40 million a year to
mhm,
lose half
mhm,
to a relationship. He can make that back
maybe.
in 2 years' time, maybe, then
Mhm,
depending on the length of his career or whatever and what he's doing. He could
mhm,
probably make that back no time.
mhm.
Whereas now, a person like me, Joe Blow, is doing that, and I lose half. I'm gonna have a hard time coming back from that.
And you're not wrong. The thing is, where I kind of disagree is your lifestyle dictates the impact, right? So the way that that 20, 40,000, $40 million person is living is
Mhm.
probably in line with what you're living on your salary,
Yes.
right? Like they're spending more. So
Yeah.
it's almost like, like say you're spending half your salary a year, they're probably spending half their salary a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, it's a bigger amount, but to take half of the half is still affecting. I'll give you an example because I just heard this on what Enter the Baja. What's it called? Into the Baja or Welcome to the Baja? Anyway, it's a basketball podcast with Charlie
Okay.
Villanueva.
Oh, I
Um,
know that one. Yes. Yes.
you know
Yes.
that
Yes.
one
Yes.
with
Yes.
Ray. I can't remember his name, but anyway, Charlie V gave an example of when he first came into the league, and at that time the guy was making like 40 million.
Mhm.
And then you have taxes, and the
Yeah.
taxes is almost half. So let's say he's
Yeah.
making 20, 25 million
Yeah.
take home. He
Million. Go on.
million. He gets a divorce and
Mhm.
has to pay alimony plus also child support.
Now,
He
this is
said
where I step in, but okay.
he said by the time all of that is done, all the fees and agents and taxes and alimony and child support,
Mhm.
the man who's making about 40 million is
Mhm.
taking home maybe 500,000 a year.
Okay.
That's crazy, son.
It's
That's
crazy.
that's crazy.
It
So
is
that's why
crazy.
I'm saying, yeah, I get your point that the poor man in theory probably needs it more. I kind of agree with that, but it's relative
Okay.
because you're not gonna get hit. It's still half. Half is half. Half of what you're making is half of what you're making.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
What I don't again agree with is well, sorry, no, I'm not gonna on the flip side, sorry, when you're doing the prenup, if again, this is an if the spouse is being taken away from what their norm is.
Mhm.
I'll give an example where an athlete is now marrying a woman who used to be a business owner, say in Dallas, right?
Mhm.
And you know what? Because he wants her at the house taking care of the kids, he tells her to quit the job or whatever to make her stay at home and do whatever, all this stuff, then I can understand the prenup. I understand why you're taking, because you're taking away something that they've already had, right?
Mhm,
That makes sense.
mhm,
Now, if you're still living the same life that you were living, or they've enhanced you, so say
mhm,
for instance, again, they take you away from whatever you were doing before,
mhm.
take away and put yourself in the kids and so forth and all that. But now they give you a business to run to keep you busy. Again, where why is there any problem like with the prenup? Because again, they can now take that back, correct?
Yeah, in that situation, I agree with you. I also kind of agree with you in depending on how many years you're married.
Yes, like there should be. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
I
I've
do.
never done a prenup, but I'm going to assume there's a lot of stipulations
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah. I
prenups
assume so
because
too.
it's a contract, right?
Right, right.
That now, again, we don't know what was in the prenup that they were speaking of, but there's a
Mhm,
lot of people who have a very outlandish requests
mhm,
and scenarios for them
mhm,
to sign a prenup.
mhm,
Uh, and on top of the prenup now, whether they have it or not, they still have, if they break up, there's still an alimony claim on that too.
mhm.
So the prenup
Can be, yeah.
is one thing, alimony is another. So on top of giving them person half, you now have to now fund their lifestyle after
Mhm.
the fact,
It's
which I
just
don't believe is
crazy.
correct. I don't believe in alimony at all.
Okay.
I don't, because again,
But
if
it could be
if
similar. Like that's the thing. It could be one, and sometimes it is one or the other. But it can be very ver- like
very
it's
costly.
similar. It actually is in a way similar. I don't think I don't know. I don't. But generally, I don't know if they get both. Generally speaking, but think of this again. Not indicting women in particular,
Mhm.
but most of the billionaire women in the world acquired their wealth through divorce.
Mm, I mean, you're not lying. You're not lying.
There's like exceptions like Oprah and probably a few names that we don't know. But most of them, Jeff Bezos' ex.
Mm.
Um,
So they didn't earn what they have.
and I'm not, you know what? I'm not gonna go and cast aspersions and say they didn't earn. That's a subjective thing. Because again, we don't know what they dealt with in that marriage or what they had to do
To get
to
where
stay
they
in the
are.
marriage.
Right, right.
So I will not say they didn't earn the money, but I
Okay,
will say they wouldn't be rich without divorce. They themselves, because they technically
okay.
they'd still be rich if they were married, because they're married to the rich man.
True,
But when
true.
they leave the relationship, they wouldn't be rich on their own, or at least not as rich as they are without that man who made that amount of money, quote unquote. But again, you can't. I'm hesitant to discount that the woman wasn't there those sleepless nights. She wasn't, making you tea, or she didn't shoot you some ideas for your business, or you didn't bounce those ideas off of how to grow your business off of her, and it worked. Do we not give her credit for that simply because her name wasn't on the quote the paperwork when you went for the bank loan, or when you got those investors? Are we discrediting that she helped you? Both of us grew up with moms and dads. We see how that partnership works, even when it's not, even when pops is not coming home or mom's is not going to work with pops to lift the boxes or drive the taxi or whatever. She's still doing her part at home
Mm.
to help him have the strength to go to work. So I do think there is some she's entitled to some of that money. It's sketchy. Like again, stipulations.
Thin line, my friend, thin line. I don't
Very,
know. I'm
very.
not I'm still not convinced. I mean, Dak protected himself. Okay, we get it. Who you protecting yourself from? That's all. That's all I'm asking. Who you
These
protecting yourself
broads, man. These broads. I'm bugging.
from?
The
But hey,
gold diggers. I'm bugging. But yeah, let's go on
but
to the
again, at the same time, he's gonna jump into another relationship, maybe
Maybe,
again, and then it's the same situation. He's
maybe,
just one's just gonna say, "Yes, okay, I'm fine with what you're saying," and she's gonna live that lifestyle to the best of her abilities, so she doesn't have to worry about the outcome of a prenup. So she's gonna live that lifestyle because he's got the
maybe,
money.
maybe.
Anyways, I
But
digress.
I just to end it off, there is some reports that that's not the real reason that they broke up, like we said at the
And
beginning.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
Like, there's
more
got to be more.
it's more than that.
There's got to be more.
She says that's not what happened. Those reports are false, and
Well,
it's again, who knows? We weren't
yeah.
there. We're not them, and who are we to judge? Although
To
we did
break
all the
up though,
interviews.
to break up on your bachelorette, co whatever on an island, and you have two kids. Come on now, something's up. Someone
Wild
must
work,
have cheated.
wild work.
So,
That's what I
anyways,
think. I think the bachelor party went crazy.
yeah, went
But
a
yeah,
bit
anyway,
went a bit Diddy style. But
indeed,
anyways,
yeah.
we'll go and finish off the last bit here. We would I've been kind of catching up on a lot of this reality TV stuff, and not the reality TV you think. I've been watching some great Netflix series. I don't know if anybody has watched it. We've talked about it before. We first watched Physical 100, which was a Korean based show competition about athletes of all shapes and sizes, seeing who was the best out of 100 physiques. The sequel, or I guess like this is the spin-off, I should say, was now Physical Asia.
Mhm,
And another amazing, if you have not seen it, watch it. If you're into reality TV, competition reality TV, and just sports in general, or physical, I guess shows, I would
mhm,
definitely. That's a 5 out of 5 for me for that show.
mhm.
We are going to see who our top 5 reality TV game shows are. Go ahead, Slang.
So no sort in order, right?
No sort in order.
Um, I'm gonna start with the one of the oldest and still going strong, and I watch it, which I watched. I started watching it early in the beginning and took break, and I'm back into it now, and it's just turned its 50th season.
Mm,
Survivor, man,
Survivor.
Survivor. One of the
Yeah,
probably the
that's the
prototype
OG. Yeah,
show that everybody kind of borrows from and uses
yeah,
pieces of to create their own show.
yeah,
So for me, Survivor is the ultimate um, um, ultimate version of
yeah.
a competition reality show.
It's
And
the blueprint.
yes, the blueprint. That's the word I was looking for
Yeah,
there. So yeah, that's me.
yeah.
I don't know. It's not necessarily one, but it's in my top 5.
I would have to agree. It would be in my 5 for sure. Definitely.
Mhm,
I mean, I was still we were joking about the first Survivor winner, Richard Hatch. It's ingrained in my head. That will never leave because again, it was the first one. So I'm like, okay, yeah. On my list, a show that I think is also revolutionized the game when it comes to reality TV in general
mhm.
on a social aspect is Big Brother. Big Brother, and I even tried out for Big Brother. That's how much I was
Yeah, I can
into
see
it.
that. Yeah.
So, Big Brother took Survivor and put it in a enclosed home atmosphere rather than
Mhm.
the elements of outdoor and surviving. You want to survive on a social aspect. Want to see
Right.
how psychological you can do. And yes, yeah, there were physical events and so forth, but again, that was more of a social experiment, right? That is still to this day still going strong, and they have it in multiple countries now.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have Big Brother Canada, Big Brother Italy, Big Brother Spain, all that stuff. So
Mhm.
it's out there now. So that's a number one. That's one of my few
Yeah.
favorites as well.
2
What about your
OGs to start.
mm,
Um, just got into the show recently, but I love the cerebral, gameplay. It's also there's a physical aspect to it,
mm,
but it's mostly even in the physical aspects, it's still a mental, competition.
mm,
Deceit is a big part of it. Traders.
I've never watched it. I've always heard about it.
Yeah,
I've never
Traders.
watched it.
Very Big Brother-ish.
Okay.
Very Big Brother-ish, but it's again, you have to lie to win, especially if you
Mm,
are a trader. I would suggest it. And to your point as well, similar to Big Brother and Survivor, there are multiple versions now. There's UK, there's Canada,
mm,
there's US going on, which I've watched all these last a few seasons of them.
okay.
So I even had the opportunity for not UK Traders Canada. I got to go to the finale watch party.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, not last year. Well, it was last year technically, end of last year, because one of Devin's friends was on it, and he actually was the winner.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, he was the winner. So it was cool to watch people that you've seen or you've known before in these competitions. So yeah, Traders is one of my favorite new
Okay,
ones.
okay. I'm go right to it. The next one I got is The Amazing Race. I think
Oh
that's
yeah, that is
that's another one that is
that's up
just
there.
it
Yep.
is I want to say OG, but I mean that's something where you would rush home to watch and see what's the next stage. And again, it kind of helped people learn about the world.
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
fact.
yeah, I mean, there's people who never would be able to go to this place and that place and never would, ride a camel to this place or swim in the oceans or whatever. Like the whole treasure hunt aspect was so cool to me. And it's almost like the old school game there, Where in the World is Carmen San Diego? I don't know if you ever played that back in the
Mm,
day where you just, oh,
yeah,
she's here. So you just take your clue and you fly off to whatever. And
that's
it's
valid.
yeah, it's a fun game. It's still going again. Like I said, it's branching out too,
Mhm.
with Amazing Race Canada. So again, I think that's a very, very fun OG for me.
Valid, valid.
Mhm,
All right. Because I've been watching a lot of these types of shows. Like I
mhm,
told you about the show Extracted, which
mhm,
again is similar to Survivor in some ways,
right.
but it's not tropical. It's usually in a forest,
Mhm, mhm.
usually North Canada, actually.
Okay.
Um, but I'm not gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go with another similar one, Outlast. Now, this
Mm.
is shot in Alaska, usually, so it's a little more cold.
Oh my.
Where it is like Survivor again, it is a survival type reality competition where they have teams,
Mhm,
and you have to build your own fortress. You have to
mhm,
collect your own. You do competitions to collect your own rations
mhm.
and survival kits and so forth. Where it differs from Survivor is there's a you can be voted out by your own team, like literally like during the competitions, you could be
Mhm.
voted out, but another team could pick you up.
Oh,
That's one
free
difference.
agent. Nice.
Yeah. And secondly, that there is a point in the game in which your team can go and raid another team's camp and take their stuff.
Wow.
So it's all out. Like it's all
Okay.
out survival, every man for himself type thing. So yeah, I like that
Wow.
one. It's been a while since I've seen that one, but that one's dope.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna go old school. I mean,
Mm,
old school for this one.
mhm,
Competition at its best.
mhm,
It's you versus a select team of high trained athletes,
mhm.
physiques. We're going to American Gladiators, boy.
Ah,
What? American Gladiators
I
again.
guess
You
that
had
is the
some,
reality. Yeah, it is the one of
of
the first.
course, of
Yeah,
course. You
that's true.
two contestants.
Yeah,
Well, I said four contestants, two male, two female. Go up with the
yeah,
best of these elite athletes and see
yeah,
if you can beat them in their own games that they practice and training for. Man, that was fun to watch. That was
valid.
fun to watch, and you always thought you can be one of those guys in their contests and so forth. Man, it was fun to the point where it was so fun that they made a video game out of it. That's what I'm
True.
talking about. So
Valid,
again,
valid.
that's one of mine. What
OG,
about you?
valid. Also kind of an OG, but not, like maybe like a new OG and
Mhm.
going in a different lane. I used to watch this. I used to like this because I like to cook. So
Mm.
I watched it in a while, but Top Chef,
Mhm.
man
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
Gordon Ramsay
Mhm.
and his
That's
constant
mhm.
leaning forward and talking. And you got to,
Yeah.
are you using
Yeah.
the
Again,
right
he
peppers?
has
Are you
he
the
is really
onions? Are you using the right? I taste a hint of garlic. The top
he's an
and then
OG.
OG get angry and slamming the pots
What?
and today, come in.
He'll
Are
just
you a bloody idiot?
he'll call you close
Yeah,
only to throw something away from you just so
fling
you
it.
can see him, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
What is this rubbish?
What is this?
It's cold. It's
Start
cold.
again.
It's cold. You want me to
Yeah,
serve this? You want me to serve it cold? Like, yo, he's passionate, man. Now,
yeah.
is that really him though, or is he playing it?
I think he plays it up. I
I
don't think
think so
that's the
too.
real.
I
Yeah, I
think
think,
so too. I think
but
so. I don't think he's
it's
that guy,
yeah,
really.
it's
Like, I mean,
entertainment.
there's him, but there's more to him than that. So,
Yeah, yeah,
again, that's that guy.
yeah.
I guess is my last one.
I think so.
Okay,
What did you
for
say? You said Big Brother. You said um,
said Big Brother,
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race. I
Um,
said American Gladiators.
Gladiator. No, I think this is your fourth.
Okay,
Did you
okay.
have a fourth? I think this is your fourth.
Trying to figure out.
Because I said Traders, I said Survivor, I said Top Chef, I said Outlast. Yeah, four. Did
Okay,
I
so this
start?
is
I started, right?
you did,
Yeah,
yeah, you did. So this is
yeah.
my
So yeah, it's your
okay.
fourth.
Okay, this one
You got to
is
start counting these
another
things.
OG, and it opened up the eyes to a certain host named Joe Rogan. I'm talking
Okay,
Fear Factor.
okay,
Fear
okay. I actually
Factor.
thought you were gonna go in a different route, but okay.
No, Fear Factor
Yeah,
was again one of those shows. Like I don't know if I'd ever played that based on what I heard and saw on there. Spiders eating buffalo
I can eat it.
testicles and stuff like that.
I can do it, but I'm not playing that.
I don't know about that, but again, it brought out a new type of competition,
Mm-hmm.
right? And again, just for the record, I don't believe you would sign a waiver, but I don't believe they should put anything out there that can actually make you sick
Mm,
physically or
right.
whatnot,
Yeah,
or you can hurt yourself again.
yeah, yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, yeah, so they say. You probably sign a
Yeah,
waiver,
yeah.
not
Waiver's
doing
there
it
for a
for
reason.
everybody.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're not
Uh,
liable.
but yeah, I'm gonna use the one that you just mentioned because it's one of my favorite ones to watch recently, which
Mm,
we started with is a physical 100.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about it in extensively, just the difference in culture, the way that it is approached by
Mm,
those people as opposed to all the shows we kind of named is the respect level, how much
yeah,
they show respect and honor each other as athletes.
yeah,
And even when they're losing, it's not there's no real sore losers. Yeah, they're very competitive. They don't want to lose, but they're like, oh, you bested me today.
yeah. That
Bow, pay respect, go home.
I mean, like I said,
Even in like in the introductions where the people are coming in, like
they're in
this
awe,
the
and they're
physical
like,
100
"Oh,"
Asia when Manny Pacquiao came in and all of his competitors are coming over to him like, "Oh, we're so
"I need
happy
to
to
shake your
you're a
hand."
legend. I gotta shake
Yeah,
your hand. I gotta," you know what I'm saying? That's amazing. You're not getting that on no North America TV.
no,
These
man. Like
people have to hate each other to win.
just to go on top of that, the production of it was top notch. I thought.
Mm,
I mean, yes, there was a few repetitive things but I think because
yeah,
of
that's the
the
one.
language,
Yeah.
right? They
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
get
catch
it.
everything. They
I get
used a lot of great camera angles.
it.
Again, the games that they created was like fortresses of. I mean, it was so surreal. It was so amazing
Yeah.
to see all
Mm,
that. It was just. I think that's my favorite right
mhm.
now. Like I said, I was emotional on some of these. Shout out to the women there that were
Yeah,
they were competing. They
yeah,
were on a different level. I
yeah,
mean, a different level. I
yeah.
respect a lot of the women in sports more so now than I've ever done before. I was like,
It's crazy.
wow.
It's
Like,
crazy.
I mean, the one there was one event, the one that were hanging on the rings, and that woman was there pretty much
Mm,
crying during the event, and she was just kept on going, just kept. And I love the fact that I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to disappoint my fans. I mean, my teammates and so forth. And the teammate was like, "Hey, you did great. Of course, yeah,
yeah.
you did do great." And they
Yep.
still felt that they disappointed. But you know what?
Yep.
You
Yep.
didn't. It
Yep.
was just it was just
It's
it
amazing,
was a
man.
constant reminder. I'm like, man, this is. I mean, and then when I told you, I said North America can't do it this way. They'd put the
It wouldn't
glam and
come
the
out like
glitter on.
that. It wouldn't come
No,
out. I think
no,
it'd
there's a
still
lot.
be good, but it wouldn't come out like that.
It'd
2
be it'd
things
be.
wouldn't happen. You're not gonna get a guy level of Manny Pacquiao involved. That's first.
You might, you
Like an
might,
old retired, you're like,
you
"Okay,
might get a Mayweather.
maybe."
You might get a Mayweather. You might get a somebody
I don't
older.
see it.
No,
I don't
I'm
see it.
saying like boxing wise. I'm thinking somebody
Yeah,
who's top notch,
I
right?
think you might get, at best, you'd get either a super old athlete
Mm,
or a unknown young athlete, or one that's not as known. Like, you're not gonna get a guy who was, like, the top of his sport and
mm,
still could potentially be in his sport
mm.
doing that. I don't see it. I don't see it.
This
They're
brings
gonna
me
want too much money.
to my final choice.
Mhm.
Pros versus Joes, bro.
Oh, I don't really remember
Bro,
that, but yeah.
bro, man like Bo Jackson would be on that show. Man like Dennis Rodman was be on that show.
Yeah, different
John,
times.
like these are the old school players that would just beat up on these guys who think they're athletes. No, we're gonna put you in your place, bro. I'm coming at you hard. Oh,
Show you
look
the
at me.
difference. Show you the difference. There's a difference. Yeah, yeah.
That showed difference, and I think that's where I don't think the whole physical 100 would work with it because again, the Eagles they're
Yeah,
thinking, yeah, we are the best. I'm the best, and no one's gonna beat me in this. No, man, because when it comes down to it, physical 100, man, it's great. It's ingrained. I mean, there's some athletes. I mean, the aerialists. You know, the guy who was doing all that stuff in the air on the rings, he was there. We had boxers, we had judo fighters, we had power lifters, strongman. I mean, it was just amazing,
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
I want again. It's still my favorite show out there right now. I'm just starting the whole. Was it first draft or final draft?
Yes,
No,
yes.
I don't think it's as good. I see that right off the top. I don't think it's as good, but you still have the respect factor. You love the
Yeah,
respect factor,
yeah,
and I think that's what a lot of people need to watch is the fact that everybody's in different disciplines are always showing that respect, bar none.
yeah.
That's an
That's the
amazing
other
factor.
part of it that's good about, physical is there's so
Man.
many it's all different types of athletes, and they're
Yeah,
all coming from
yeah.
somewhat of a pro background.
And the whole people that retired from sumo wrestling to
Yeah,
baseball players
yeah.
to gymnasts, swimmers. I mean, you name it, man. I'm like, this.
Which lends to the respect. That's part of
Yeah,
why it's respected
yeah,
because these guys are again, it's like, Michael Jordan, Manny Pacquiao, or
yeah, yeah,
even if we go to a lesser degree, it's like DeMar DeRozan
yeah,
walking
yeah,
into the
yeah,
room,
yeah, yeah.
or
Talking
uh,
to Ty Domi's son,
yeah,
yeah,
these
he's on a
man,
different
these guys,
level.
right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
might they might not be the best, but they made it to that level of
Hmm,
where it's
hmm,
like,
hmm.
yeah, man, you're an athlete. I gotta respect you as an athlete.
Now the thing is, we don't know them. Probably in their respective countries, they're probably high end people.
That's what I'm saying, and that's where you
That
get. That's
baseball
why
player, the
you
older
hear,
baseball player,
yeah,
Itoe or whatever his name is,
something
that
to
guy
that
was
degree.
he looked like Superman, and they said he played for 20 plus years. And I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, yeah, you were a superstar back then.
Yeah,
You had to be.
it looks like it.
Yeah, man. And he looked even the cut, his
Yeah,
haircut looked like a Superman. I'm like, this guy used to be that guy.
the
So
Asian Clark Kent.
yeah, man. I believe he was again, and all these guys have their superstardom in their respective countries,
Yeah.
right? Now, again, I do believe in that physical Asia that Australia was a bit more Americanized based on how
Hmm.
cocky they were.
I don't even
They
know why
thought they were
Australia is Australia in Asia? I didn't know that.
technically, yeah, it
Okay.
is on the borderline, I guess. So,
Okay.
and then again, they might have just put them just because they didn't
Mhm.
want to put the Americans in. Who knows? But they were putting there. They were again, they're very athletic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think everybody was trying to get them, right? Just to
Yeah,
show
probably because they
this
started out
is
so strong.
yeah. But again, I don't I saw the first few competitions and they weren't really touched. I think they were too afraid to handle them because they thought they were too strong. But if
That's
again,
possible. That's possible.
the real aspect of that game is teamwork, strategy and
Mm.
teamwork. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Once
That's a
you
fact.
had that, man, look who. I mean, I'm not trying to give it away, but look at the two countries that were at the end, man.
Yeah, yeah, they were the
It
real
was
teams.
it was beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful to watch that.
yeah, yeah,
Strategy
yeah.
was amazing. The honor, the respect of each person's discipline,
Mhm,
of their skill level, of their
mhm,
strength, of their weaknesses. It was just beautiful to watch. Again, I was emotional watching a lot of those those
mhm.
those competitions because I'm like, man, I can never see myself doing that. But then again, if I am and I had a team like that, I'd want to push more. I wouldn't push harder. I wouldn't want to give up. Right. So again, that that's their list, man. That's an amazing,
Yeah,
amazing show.
that's a group
That's an
good
amazing
group
show.
good group of shows. Honorable
Yeah, man.
mentions I would put in is a lot of shows that I've been watching more recently is Extracted,
Mm,
like I said,
mhm,
um, which is, same wilderness type of competition. The
mhm.
twist is that the family and friends are in a different like, in a bubble, and they get to choose if they're gonna let you quit or not, or you
Oh,
get extracted.
wow.
There is also I had another one in my mind and I just lost it. Oh my gosh, what was it? I just had it in my mind. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, Squid Game,
Oh, yeah. That's a
which
good
is
I
like
haven't
the
seen that
show.
yet.
If you ever watched
Yeah,
that, watch it. It's
yeah.
good. That's good. It's two
Okay,
seasons now. That's a
okay.
good show.
I'm gonna try that. Squid
Yeah.
Game challenge. Yeah. I like the that Beast Games.
Beast Games is another
Yeah.
one I was going to mention. That's pretty
That
cool
was
too.
that was a pretty cool one. Again, it's very glamified with the
Yeah.
money and who it
Yeah.
is hosting it, but I mean, in the end, it's a
But
pretty
what
good
I
show.
like about that show is everybody gets a chance to take home something.
Mm, you
A
can always
chance
leave
to
with something.
see.
That man has money. Mr. Beast has money. It's all from YouTube, bro. Just so you know, it's all from YouTube.
I thought it
And
was
he has in
TikTok. I thought he was a TikTok
no,
man. He's a YouTube
he was
man?
a YouTube man. The
Okay.
YouTube man that got endorsed by all these other people, and then boom, blew up.
Wow.
That's
We
it,
on our
man.
way, man. We're gonna start a
Yep,
show soon. Don't worry about it.
we
We
get
got
that.
you.
We got that. We got
Don't worry,
that.
we got you.
Got
Look out for Darkness and the Ginger Hue, the reality competition show.
you.
We're
it's,
calling
it's
it
it's never.
Darkness and Blood in the Hue. Darkness and a bloody hue. Fight to the death for $1,500.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one
Because that's the
paycheck.
budget.
That's it.
That's
That's all I got.
one
It's
man
all
gets
bad.
who takes it. One
And
paycheck.
you can
That's it.
film yourself doing the act. We don't have a studio.
No.
You just show us the footage and we'll put it on
Send,
the air.
send it in. Send it in.
It's
Yeah.
we can't cover your bills or anything. We
Money.
can't. No, if you
Nope.
get hurt,
No
that's your
medic.
choice.
Sign a disclaimer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ask the auntie to help you out. Watch you do what you're doing, bro. Call in from work. Let them know. Let them know you're not coming
We'll
to work
send you the
today.
rules. You do it
Exactly.
on your own time.
That's it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's it. All
But
right,
that was
folks,
good.
man. Another great show. Fun times as usual. Uh, we keep on doing it again. You can follow us on YouTube. We're on TikTok.
Sure.
We're on LinkedIn. We're on now Spotify,
Mhm,
as well as Instagram.
mhm.
So again, follow us, like, subscribe, comment. Again, comment as much as you can. Again, we get a lot of comments outside of that, but I want you guys to kind of throw out your comments out there. There's no bad comments, no wrong.
Mhm.
Sorry, there's no wrong comments. You can write a bad comment if you want. Sure, we'll take
Yeah.
it as a grain of salt. Everything
Mhm.
is constructive criticism for us. If you have a
Right.
comment about a subject, by all means, lay it on us. We'll definitely take it in. All right.
Mhm.
With that being said, yo, we out of here, man. Gonna end up with a good day. Have a great weekend, folks. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
We out.
Peace.